The first race of the season was yesterday, and I obviously didn't take part in that. I'm a bit bummed out about that, but I'm getting ready for the next one. So if you watched my previous vlog, you know that I've sold my Honda VFR and it's time to get a new track bike. But what is the bike that I'm gonna get for the track? As I said previously, it's going to be a sport bike that I'm going to be preparing for that track. You can always start with a leader bike, but I've decided to start with the 600 for several reasons. First of all, 600s are lighter, and since I'm going to be training on a tight go-kart track, it's better to have a light, nimble 600 than a heavy leader bike. Plus, considering that some of the races are going to be on those tracks, having so much horsepower isn't really an advantage. Secondly, on larger tracks, the 600cc bike requires a bit more skill in the corners, and since I'm still learning to ride, I want something that will challenge me to become better. Thirdly, it's actually cheaper. Not only the bike itself, but the parts for it are a bit cheaper, the tires cost less and wear less, and you don't need as much fuel. Individually, it seems small, but then it adds up to a hefty sum. Okay, so what are the options for the bike? Well, I want something that is not more than 10 years old, and there are four most popular sport bikes. It's the Honda CBR 600RR, the Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R, the Yamaha YZF R6, and the Suzuki Gixxer 600. Let's start with Suzuki. For me, they seem below par in every aspect. The brakes, the engine, the suspension, although they are okay, they are not as good as those components on other bikes. The Kawasaki is a good package all around. It has a really nice engine. It has Showa big piston forks as standard, and out of all of those four, it is the newest in terms of development. But it is also the most expensive of the bunch. Honda is a really good option. It has really good front suspension, it has a healthy engine, it is quite comfortable, although being comfortable is probably a disadvantage on the track. The R6, on the other hand, is quite uncomfortable, hard and pointy. And even though it is a disadvantage on the road, it's a good thing for the track. It has really good suspension, a screaming engine, and let's agree, pretty good looks. As you've probably guessed, I like the R6 for the track the best. It's hard, it's pointy, it has a screaming engine that is bound to be a great race bike. And I was going to get it, but I didn't, because there is a fifth option. It's not Japanese, it's not a 600, and it has one less cylinders than either of those bikes. By all means, it's a really cool bike. It has really good suspension out of the box. It has a powerful and torquey engine that is actually making the bike narrower because it has one cylinder less. The sound is amazing, and boy oh boy does it look good. There is one big drawback. It's a much rarer bike. Less people know about them. It's a little bit harder to get parts for them, but that didn't stop me. And my heart won the battle over my brain. So I got a Triumph Daytona 675. Already ordered a lot of the parts that I need, and I will go over the whole process of preparing the bike for the track in the following videos. I have 2 more weeks before the next race, so I better get to it. Check out my future vlogs to follow the process.